Couple things about the movie. One, great title. Okay, short, simple, and it's just fun to say. Okay, Mank, Mank. Mank, 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 Mank. Okay, that's cool. Two, hell of a poster, just fucking gorgeous poster. Okay, so we're off to a good start. All right, so you guys already know, I'm sure. Mank is a story about Herman Mankiewicz and basically his journey to finish writing the screenplay for Citizen Kane and everything that he goes through. You know it. Okay, so I was very nervous about this movie. Okay, like very nervous. David Fincher is a top two director for me, maybe one, but top two for sure. And I'm so like fascinated by him, just like reading all the stories. And I'm so glad he's back to movies now, even though Mindhunter is a really good show. But like movies is where it's at. Come on. But as I said in my trailer reaction for Mank, I was nervous about it because I felt like I didn't want this to be one of those, you know, those artsy fartsy type movies, like the technically acclaimed movie where like, wow, like that's great filmmaking, but it's just boring and overly long, etc. And then after initial reactions and reviews came out, obviously it skewed very positive mostly, but I feel like that was still something I kept reading that certain people are gonna like this, certain people aren't. It's very very artsy. It's only for a certain section, so I got nervous. So I was very worried, and I went in with kind of low expectations, to be honest. And I watched it yesterday, and I am so glad to say that I liked it. Now, it's not a top tier Fincher movie for me, okay? It's not, but it's not Alien 3 either, okay? And yes, you should watch Citizen Kane before the movie. It kind of, I don't know if you like need it, but it definitely enhances Mank for you. So I did that. But yeah, the style of the movie is so perfect. I mean, not like I have the most experience watching 30s, 40s, 50s movies, because I'm a youngin, but it sounds and feels and looks just exactly like it. They got it all the way down. The technical aspects of this movie are fucking good. It's so hard to watch this movie and not just think about how many Oscar nominations it's gonna get, because it's gonna get a lot. So like production design, costumes, whatever. We'll talk about Oscar prospects in a second. And the direction is just fantastic. I mean, you can feel, one, this is definitely a David Fincher passion project. I mean, his late father wrote the script, and you can really feel Fincher's hand in like every shot of the movie. And the cast is great. Gary Oldman gives a really good performance as just this drunk, kind of hobbled man, kind of going through the ringer in Hollywood, right? And kind of, doesn't know if he thinks he's a hack or what the fuck's going on. He was really good. And Amanda Seyfried, I can't confirm what you've heard. She is great. She is exactly what the movie needed. It's almost like, so it's a black and white movie. It's almost like she brings color into the movie. I don't know if electric is the right word, because she's not like, like crying or screaming like all the time, or at all even. But it's just, whenever she was on screen, I wanted her to stay with me. And let me just take it all in, And by the way, Lily Collins is really good too in her kind of limited role. I mean, she's just a good actress, and she's gorgeous. And so initial reactions were kind of like that, where like they're kind of praising technical aspects. I actually did like the story overall. I understood what was going on, and the fact that it's kind of like balancing two different timelines. So they're showing, Mank kind of writing the screenplay, and it's kind of showing flashbacks of how he got to that point. It just kind of keeps you, I guess, I don't know, on your toes is the right word, but it keeps you engaged for me at least. And you're not confused with the flashbacks either, because it literally tells you when the flashback is in like the script way, like a typewriter. It's pretty cool. But having said that, dear God, can I imagine people saying this is boring? And one thing I will say is it definitely felt like a long movie. There were a couple times where I started to feel the runtime a little bit. I am thankful I saw it in theaters. I was the only one in the theater. I'm trying to stay safe. I don't even take my mask off in the theater. I was the only one there, the only one. But seeing it in the theater, just like free of distractions, probably helped me at all. Because if I watched it like on my bed, on my TV, who knows how long this movie could have felt. But for me, I wasn't exactly bored, but man, I can see a lot of people saying they were bored. Now, I don't actually think this is one of those movies where people are going to say nothing happens, because stuff is definitely happening. But I think there might be some like, why should I care? Or like, when is something like actually gonna capture my attention like that one scene to really do it. Maybe they won't find it, and maybe that's the fall of this movie, but it is something there. For example, my girlfriend is kind of more of a casual watcher of movies. She definitely likes it more than like the average moviegoer. Probably because we're dating. I just got her hooked on it, but she's still kind of a casual watcher. She loves David Fincher. Her favorite movie is Gone Girl, and she loves The Social Network, etc., etc. She asked me, she's like, "Whoa, do you think I would like this movie?" And I said, "No, I don't think so. I don't think you would." And that's true. And yeah, I mean the it's pretty dialogue heavy, I guess, and a lot of the dialogue was kind of going over my head, not gonna lie, which I'm used to, because it's very. I feel like you have to be really in it, and that's what they're talking about, where it works for a specific audience. There's a lot of talk about old Hollywood, the golden age of Hollywood with MGM Studios, Paramount, etc., etc. And you have to, I guess, like really love Citizen Kane, I guess. So this is definitely going to be a divisive movie. I don't even know if I could like recommend it to my friends. Definitely not some of the people I'm thinking of that usually watch like movies with me or whatever. I don't think they would like this. This is not like, I don't know. I guess some people have said Mank is pretentious. I could definitely see that. But I don't know. Just check your expectations, basically, is what I'm going to say. So, as with a lot of movies this year, it's going to be a divisive movie. I definitely liked it. I didn't love it, but I definitely liked it. The cast is great, strong direction, technical aspects, perfect. 4 stars from me. I mean, my letterbox kind of sums it up, right? I mean, Fincher is essentially, it is kind of a criticism of Hollywood, to be honest. And he's kind of doing that in his movie, only to get rewarded with Oscars later. I mean, that's king shit. Follow me on Letterboxd if you want. You'll see my scores early, I guess, but whatever. Okay, so transitioning from that Letterboxd to the Oscar talk here. I wrote down the categories that I think it'll get nominated in. Allow me to read them off my phone. Okay. Picture, director, actor, supporting actress, screenplay, cinematography, score, production design, costume, sound, and editing, with a maybe to probably for makeup, hair, and then a doubtful to maybe with visual effects. So if we count makeup and hair, that's 12 Oscar nominations, unless I counted that wrong. Without makeup and hair, it's 11. So, yeah, I mean, Joker was the most nominated movie last year with 11 nominations, I believe. And that was with the 2 extra sound categories, too. So now it's just 1 sound category. So I would be pretty shocked if this wasn't the most nominated movie of its class, of its field. So that's 1. Let's start with the title of the video. Can Mank win Best Picture? If you are asking me for my opinion, which means nothing, I'm going to say no. Just once again, that preferential ballot is a game changer, okay? It has to have broad appeal, and I don't know if this has it. Now, on the other hand, you can look at it and say, this movie's for cinephiles. It's for people who love movies. The Academy, theoretically, should be people full that just love movies, right? So that's kind of why I'm not totally dismissing it as a Best Picture winner. I've seen some people just say like, no way. I'd bet my house on it that it's not happening. I don't know if I'd go that far because, I have even seen some people from the directors branch, the Directors Guild, say that this is the best movie of the year. So I can still see it happening. It's definitely not out of the race. I don't think it's the front runner. Don't know if it ever will be the front runner, but it's still a like strong ass contender. Now, director on the other hand, let me say I am biased. I just told you how much I love David Fincher. I think he should win this. 1, it's deserving, but 2, motherfucker, he is overdue. Okay? And I said this in my Oscar prediction video last time. Tom Hooper better be the one to read out that award and present it to him. Even if it's virtually, because who knows how the ceremony is going to be. Who knows how the world is going to be, the country, whatever, by the time of April. which is still so far away, kinda. He needs to be the one to do it because he stole it from him for the King's Speech over the social network. Tom Hooper, I know you didn't do anything with that, but still, David Fincher should win. There's direction. It is just oozing with direction. Okay, I mean, when you see it, you'll know. And it's really between him and it feels like Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. And personally, I don't know. I really think the technical aspects and the overall package of Mank is more than enough to give it to him, versus a kind of moving, slow, kind of minimalistic. I don't know if that's the right word of Nomadland. So that is my opinion, but it's opinion nonetheless. Actor, I think Gary Oldman is actually stronger of a lock than I originally thought. Now, could I still see him getting snubbed, via the Robert De Niro treatment? Yes, but I don't know, he's doing like things with his voice and he's acting drunk all the time and he has that Oscar clip scene. So I'd be hard pressed to imagine he gets snubbed. Seyfried, yes, obviously that's in. She might even be the front runner as of right now because who knows what's going on with Glenn Close and how people are going to react to that. I mean, Glenn Close is all over the place. So depending on what you think about that, Seyfried, yes, definitely in. Screenplay, that's just gonna get in. Don't think it'll win though. Cinematography, come on. That's a win. Score, I think will get in. I'm pretty sure score will get in. let me rephrase. It is pretty old Hollywood jazzy, which is obviously what they're going for. But because of that, I feel like it could also be kind of forgettable. So who really knows about that one? Regardless, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, they're going to win for Soul anyways. Then production design, that's probably going to win, and it absolutely should. It is fucking beautiful. I kept looking. My eyes just kept going all over the screen. Yes. Costumes, yes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it'll win because it's not the most extravagant of costumes, but definitely there. Sound, it sounds like a 30s, 40s movies, and when you watch it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. Editing, nominating, yes. Makeup and hair, a little questionable on that one. The reason it's a maybe is because I feel like if you look at the past, they give it to more so the makeup side, right? The Academy or whoever's giving it to them. So this one, I say like the hair is very noticeable because, there's a lot of old-timey Hollywood stuff. But the makeup isn't really there. So that one I'm a little bit more iffy about. Visual effects, unless they pull some shit where this whole time it was like in visual effects. So, like 1917, a lot of people didn't notice the visual effects. That's how good it was. Unless it's like that, which it might be. I don't know. I can't really see it happening. The only noticeable visual effects I really saw was the zoo animals, which there's just a scene of them walking with zoos or zoo animals behind them where you can tell they're visual effects. So that'd be kind of crazy if it got nominated for that. But, whatever. I don't know. Shit could happen. But, yeah, this is actually a longer video than I expected. Yeah, I mean, I guess that'll really be it. I'll talk more about the Oscars in my Oscar predictions video next month. Don't know when exactly that would come out. I do want to wait a little bit. Hopefully I can see Ma Rainey either later this week or early next week, depending. And maybe some other shit. I don't even know. But yeah, I guess that'll be it. I definitely like Mank. If you guys happen to watch it, let me know what you guys thought of it, or when eventually you do watch it, whatever. Talk about it in the comments. I love reading them. And I guess that'll be it, though. I've said that so many times. Thank you guys for watching. Please take care. Subscribe. Yeah. Bye.